Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been quite some time since my last update. Actually no, I just recently posted whatever footage I did get of my labor and delivery, so you guys saw that. So as you can see from that and what we have here, that I did have a girl. I was in complete shock, but I just wanted to come, and I wanted to do this a week ago, but the way everything was set up, that was just not possible. So this is pretty much my 2-week postpartum update, as well as you guys meeting the baby. So without further ado, I want you guys to meet Miss Elena, oh my god, Aaliyah Gray, and this is what she looks like. Hopefully you guys can see. Oh goodness, all the grunting, and we'll get to that in a second. So this is Miss Aaliyah Gray, and she was born on January 22nd at 4:24 p.m. and she weighed 7 pounds 8.6 ounces, and that was after birth. After birth. So the hospital waits an hour before they do everything. Like once I had the baby, they put the baby on you and you do skin to skin for an hour, which mine was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours before they came back in and did all the weighing and the measuring and all that. But that's okay. I enjoyed the skin to skin. I thought that was very, like, I don't know, I felt like it was bonding. Like, you know, it wasn't like a whole like rush to do, like, you know, a couple of seconds meeting the baby and then they take the baby away. And in her case, she had meconium, so she pooped while she was inside of me, her first poop, and I believe she took some of that in. So we had extra doctors and nurses in the room just to make sure that her breathing was okay once she came out. And still in all, they didn't take her away from me. They did all of that while she was still on top of me, so that really put my mind at ease. Once she came out, you know, they aspirated her and they just watched her breathing to see if she was breathing on her own okay, and she came out crying and breathing just fine after they aspirated her. So everything turned out just fine and a-okay when it came to that. In the hospital, they told me that she was 20 inches long, and when she went to her 2-day appointment, they measured her at 19.5 inches. So I'm pretty sure she didn't shrink. And I was asking the doctor, and she just said, you know, they're wiggling around and they kind of just jot it down really quick. She's like, more than likely they were off in the hospital. So, but whatever, that's fine. She did come vaginally, naturally, and I will be doing a labor and delivery, or like my birth story. So we'll get into more details with that then. So in the hospital during the whole skin to skin hour, she did latch on, and she latched on so well. It was like she wasn't even a newborn latching on for the first time. It was like she had been nursing for some time now. So she did beautifully when it came to that in the hospital. Let's see what else. She broke out into a whole rash, like body rash, a day after she was born, pretty much a couple of hours. No, I'm lying. It was like a day later. It was the next day. My friend came to visit us and she was like breaking out into a rash. So they just said it was like a baby breakout. She said it was completely normal. She said 70% of babies it happens to, and it just goes away on its own. They're not sure what causes it. They're just saying they didn't know if it was like allergy related. There was no way to tell since the babies are only a couple of hours old. So yeah. So in the hospital, she did not let me sleep at all. With like, I could not put her down, or she would just wake right up while we were in the hospital. And the first and second day that we came home, she just wanted to be in my arms. She did not want to be put down. She's a relatively good baby. In the hospital, she cried more than she did at home so far. She rarely cries now. The only time she really cries is if she's extremely hungry, because like while I'm changing her diaper, I always change her diaper right before she nurses. So if I'm taking too long, or it's taking too long me changing her diaper, she'll start crying because she's like really hungry. Or sometimes if it's like cool in here, because we have central AC, so if it's cool in here and I'm wiping her with a wipey and she gets cold, she will start screaming. But other than that, she doesn't really cry. The way that I wake up at night is I hear her grunting in her sleep, and I'll look at the time and notice, you know, it's probably been more than 2 hours, so I'll go ahead and get her up to nurse her, because by then my breasts are filled and it's really time for her to nurse. So I'll go ahead and wake her up, but she doesn't cry to be woken up, like to nurse, so that's good. Let's see what else. Her umbilical cord still hasn't fallen off, but it's like hanging on by like a thread, literally. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall off within a day or two. Also with her, as you can see, is she's starting to get cranky. She has a head full of hair. Not as much as I thought she was going to have with all the heartburn that I had, because let me just tell you that heartburn was something serious. So yeah, that's pretty much it with her. As far as I go, everything has been going well. I had a little abrasion after having her, after pushing her out. I had a little abrasion. It did not need, I didn't need stitches or anything. So what they did was just, actually they didn't do anything. My doctor just said it will heal on its own, just to make sure that I flush, like douche type of thing. They give you like a little squeeze bottle that you use until you stop bleeding for the first, you know, after birth, until you stop bleeding. She told me to just continue using that and it'll just heal on its own. And I didn't feel it at first. I didn't feel it until I got transferred to my room that we stayed in, and that's when I felt a little bit of discomfort, but not too much. They gave me these pads that were like, the pads were like ice packs, but it was a pad. Oh my god, those were the best inventions known to man. Like, I don't even know. It was just, it felt so good. I'm sorry. It just felt so good. I don't even know how you give birth without those things. Like, it was amazing. I think I want to do a video on what I actually use with the stuff that I brought to the hospital, because of a lot of the stuff, like personal stuff that you would buy, you bring for yourself, my hospital actually gave me. So I thought that was really nice. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect because this is my first time at this hospital. So the fact that they provide so much for you was amazing. So I might do a video on that. Let me know if you guys want to know, if you even care. I don't know. But let's see. Yeah, so I delivered at 39 weeks and 5 days. She definitely waited for the last minute to come. I definitely thought that I was going to be 42 weeks still pregnant. Like, I did not think that this was going to go this far. I didn't even think that I was going to last until January. I thought I was going to have her in December. Back then I didn't know it was her. But yeah, as you guys know, I think I've said it before that I thought that it may be a girl just because of all the morning sickness that I went through in the first trimester, because with both of my girls I had horrible morning sickness. With my son I had nothing whatsoever. So yeah. So let's see what else is going on with me. I don't know my weight. I know that when I gave birth I was 218 because I had weighed myself right before, like the day before. I had weighed myself and I was 218, so I had gained 2 pounds. So, and I haven't weighed myself after. My appointment is on the 27th, so I'm probably not gonna know how much I weigh until then. I'm not gonna know how much weight I've lost initially, you know. So yeah, I mean, I might go buy a scale, but I mean, I really don't care. I'm not gonna care about my weight until I'm actually cleared to, you know, work out and all that. I mean, I do feel like I fit back into my regular clothes pretty decently. I mean, they're a little tight, especially like with my legs and my hips, but for the most part, I fit back into my clothes, which is, you know, pretty good, I guess you can say. But I am breastfeeding, and that has been a journey on its own this time around. Like I said, she latched on really well in the hospital, like she was a pro. I feel like when we went home, I'm not really sure what tweak happened, but there was a little bit of a tweak that happened where it became painful to breastfeed, which I knew probably meant that her latch wasn't the best, and I would always try to correct it on my own. But when you don't know what's wrong with the latch, it's pretty hard for you to do. So I kept pushing through and pushing through the pain, to where finally the pain was just really unbearable, and I was this close to giving her a bottle. But I'm so glad I didn't. I stuck it out. I kept with the breastfeeding through the pain, and I remembered that I had nipple shields, so they were underneath my sink. So I went and I got the nipple shields and I started using them, and the hospital had gave me a call to see how things were going, and I was just like, you know, things are going great. My breasts are beginning to hurt, like my nipples are cracked, and you know, it hurts really, really bad. And they were like, oh, well, if you can come into Baby Cafe to see the lactationist, it's free. And I was just like, yes, when can I come? And it was like that Thursday, but I couldn't get there because hubby had to work. So they had it on Tuesday in my area, so I was able to go in that Tuesday. Literally the smallest tweak that she made, and there was no pain anymore. I went through the weekend using the nipple shields, so my nipples, I feel like I was using the nipple shields, and I was also using the nipple cream. By the time I went to go see the lactationist, you know, they pretty much were pretty much healed up. And like I said, she tweaked like one little thing in the latch, and we've been great ever since. I mean, when she first goes on, like the initial latching on hurts, but as soon as she starts sucking by the third suck, there's no pain anymore. So when she was weighed at the hospital before we left, she was 7 pounds 2 ounces, or 7 pounds 1 ounce. And then her first doctor's appointment, the 2 days later, she was the same weight. When we went to the lactationist on Tuesday, she was 7 pounds 15 ounces. So she is gaining weight. She is peeing and pooping as much as she's supposed to, and she's gaining weight. And that was with a diaper on, but her diaper wasn't full, and with like a sleep and play on. So the lactationist was just saying, even if you take off 3 ounces, she's like, she's still above her birth weight. So she's doing great, because they normally give babies 14 days to get back up to their birth weight. And she's doing awesome. So I'm really happy that I stuck through it. I pushed through the pain, because let me just tell you, that pain will definitely make you give up on breastfeeding. Like, not that it'll make you give up, but you'll supplement. And I feel like once you supplement, it's just so much easier, you know what I mean? So you kind of like fall back to, oh, it's okay, I'll just give her a bottle, I'll just give her a bottle, I'll just give her formula. But there's nothing wrong with formula. For me, knowing that I'm not going back to work, I wanted to make sure that I can concentrate on solely breastfeeding her this time around, because I wasn't able to with all my other kids. So yeah, so now we are okay with that. I take fenugreek pills to get my supply up, just so that when I can start pumping, I have milk to pump and still to feed her. So yeah, I do take that, and I'm just trying to see if there's anything else with me. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it with us. So yeah, I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this next journey. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a shot, do my belly shot, just so that you guys can see where I am personally. And I'll also go and give you a close-up of the baby. Okay guys, so let me just pull this down so you can just see all the way. But this is my belly with my shirt down from the front. From the right side, and the left side. And from the front with my shirt up, and my belly got super black, which I was saying in one of my older videos, like, I feel like my belly got darker, but I wasn't sure. Sure enough, it definitely did. So this is my belly, and yes, oh, I do have an outie. Right side. And my left side. And here is Miss Aaliyah, up close and personal. I'm pretty sure she wants to eat. Aaliyah. Oh. Are you gonna open your eyes, Mommy? Oh, there she is. Aaliyah. No. Look, guys, she already tries to like pull herself up. Aw, she's getting upset. She's hungry. Aaliyah. Hi, Mommy. Aw. Okay, guys, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next update. Bye.